Hey guys, Tom Box. But this is not about me. This video is about Russell. Hi. What are you showcasing today?
I'm showcasing Marincess frogs.
So this is not your final form.
No, not yet. It's still in the testing stages right now.
Okay, so but then Chaos Impact is your final form.
Yeah, pretty much. It'll change the dynamics of the deck. Right now, we don't have enough to go on to make a pure version of the deck. So until Chaos Impact shows up and we get maybe 12 new cards on top, you know, we have to mix up with with another water engine or something like that. So yeah.
I'm very thrilled that you're willing to showcase your deck, and your deck has one of the best rarities I've seen so far. So I'm pretty excited. All right, you know, let's take it away.
Yeah.
The hot seat is yours.
Yeah. Normally the beautiful Angus would be doing this, but he left already, so I will be taking over. So pretty much standard. The first 3 cards are free Swap Frog. It's pretty generic. Free Dupe Frog.
You can just keep it like zone to zone.
Zone to zone? Okay.
Zone to zone. You move it out, you're done.
Okay, so free Swap Frog. Everybody knows. Nice, beautiful Swap Frogs. Free Dupe Frogs. Standard Frog lineup. And 2 Ronos. Same thing.
Cycle these constantly.
Yes. And with the Marincess engine, it makes it really you can extend more combos into it. So the Marincess engine just free seahorses. Literally, that's it. She's like one card link free, yeah. And the cool thing about it is that if she's in the graveyard, you can also special summon 1 Marincess monster from the grave, except for the turn that's sent to the graveyard. So it's got a effect that I might use sometimes. And then the hand traps would just be free Ash.
Nothing else?
Nothing else. I want to put in another hand trap, but just space is really tight at the moment. Onto the spells. Free Sign Up Mining.
Woo, pricey.
Yeah. These pretty much target your Marincess Seahorse. She's a level 4. Like, who would have thought this could have been used other than Salamangreat?
Yeah, wait till another Wind Cyber's deck.
Wind Cyber's deck. 2 Pod Desires. I tried the card Demise version of the deck beforehand, like a couple months prior on DN and stuff. And what I found with card Demise is that a lot of your cards like Dino Miscus would be dead. There's also the potential problem that you can't special summon anything. Which means no Marincess combos at the turn you use it. So I've opted out the card Demises just because if it kind of locks down your plays into one standard play. And then last but not least, 2 Call by the Graves to prevent the hand traps. Just because of the fact that hand traps are very prevalent in this format.
You're a frog, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, into the traps.
Into the traps, free impermanence. It's needed. You can't live without it. Free Dino Miscus. One of my favorite Karma Cut traps that doesn't target monsters, it targets any face-up card. Yep. And the best part about it is that you don't have.
No cost.
Yep, it's part of the effect.
No cost.
And then the one card that Konami should be making this as a super is free One Voice.
That's not a super yet?
There's no super of this. It's only common, which is the best one too. It's like the MST of the deck.
Yes.
Gets rid of problematic cards. Now that multi-roll at Sky Strikers is pretty easy to deal with.
How does this fare against Sky Striker?
It's not too bad. It's the cool thing about it, which I'll show you later in the trap lineup. It makes it hard for Sky Strikers to break.
Okay.
So the last but not least, 2 Book of Moon.
It's Canada.
Kind of figuring out with this ratio whether I want to still keep this in the deck, or whether I want to use Morella, which is the Foolish Barrier for traps. Because right now there's not Sky Strikers is completely dead, and then it's not good going second. It's probably it's more like only good if you open it going first, but we will see. Of course, 2 Lost Wind, best reusable trap. Cuts the guy's monsters permanently in half, and it's permanently, so not just for the turn. The Marincess card I'm going to show you guys is 2 wave. So the cool thing about Wave is not only is it another negation for monster effects, if you control a Link 3 monster on board,
Hand trap.
for the Link 2 or higher monster on board, for the rest of the turn, all your monsters are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So they all get a blanket protection effect from like Widow Anchors, from random Chaos Legionnaire pops and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. If you also control Link 3, a monster, Marincess monster on board, you can activate this from hand. So generally, if you have her on board, you always want to keep this in hand because you don't want to get any of this Twin Twistered. Next up is Free Trap Trick. It's the best trap, in my opinion, because you can get the ones that you want, and you know, you can also activate on the same turn that you set it. So, one Imperial Order. Still, yeah. I don't play spells. Also, the fact that it's a win against Skystrikers, and easy side out for Thunder Dragons because like they don't really play any spells. And then the thing that I'm happy about is free Solemn Judgment back.
Solid J.
The one problem with the Paleozoic deck in the the previous format was the fact that evenly matched. If you didn't have a Toad on board, and you just set everything with card demise, and they have evenly matched, then you just lose everything but one card. Now that you have like Solemn Judgment, which can actually protect your back row, it prevents you from getting board wiped by an evenly matched and stuff like that, which is why I play free. And it's always live because you just pay half your life points, you can still use it. Unlike Strike and Warning.
Awesome. Let's take a look at your extra deck.
So onto the extra deck, you can't start off without having 3 Totally Awesomes. Right now you need to have 3 Totally Awesomes just because you don't have the big boss monster, you don't have the Crystal Hearts, and maybe later on when Chaos Impact comes out you can tinker around with the 3 Totally Awesomes. But at the moment you just need to run it just because you run a heavy frog engine in there. So 3 Totally Awesomes is also free negation. Also get to steal your opponent's spells and traps. Monsters, free.
Think twice.
Yeah. The guy that will probably get cut after Chaos Impact is one Anomal Karis. I still run it just because the fact he's a back row removal. And also, whenever you activate a trap that goes to the graveyard, you get a free excavation. If it's a trap, you get to add it to hand. And it just helps you go through the resource grind and stuff like that. Alright, so for the Marincess part of the engine, you run 2 slugs. She is the free... I get a monster back from a Marincess monster from my graveyard to my hand. So pretty much you always go for the Seahorse. And then with Seahorse's effect, you can special summon to where it points to. So in this case, if it's pointing downwards, then you special summon the Seahorse right here. The most important one is free Corn Enemies. She is the free revival of any water monster that's under 1500 or less attack.
Frogs too.
Yeah, so you can abuse the living crap out of Swap Frog. I've done that many times, where you can like have like Swap Frog's effect go off like 3 or 4 times. It's ridiculously like it's just dumb. And not only that, she has a grave effect. If she goes to the graveyard, you get to put 1 Marincess card back to your hand or to the deck in this case.
So it's like a toad.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous, like recycle. And then the other secret boss monster...
Current boss.
Yeah, right now at the moment is Marincess Marble Rock. So what she does is the first part of the effect is she can target 1 Marincess card. Doesn't have to be a monster. And add it from the graveyard to the hand. The second effect is if a monster is targeted for an attack while you have this Marincess Marble Rock face up, you can discard 1 Marincess card, negate the attack and the battle.
Well, you don't really negate the attack.
I mean,
nothing happens. Right?
Yeah, nothing happens, yeah. And the cool thing about her effect is the adding card back to hand. It can be activated once per turn. So like if she survives a turn, she can get back your resources. So like the cards that you discard, you can always get it back to your hand.
Is it ignition or is it a quick?
It's a ignition. It's a slow effect. Yeah. Oh my god, that would be just too
quick effect. 200.
Yeah. Especially getting the trap back. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah. And then of course 2 Miss Starboy, generic. Also gives your guys a boost whenever you need it. If he's destroyed, you get a free water monster back, which is
great.
Yeah.
Seems like every single water monster that goes to the grave gives you another water monster.
Yeah, it's like a recycling plant. And then the last 2 monsters I play for problematic stuff is Borreload and Boral Sword. These two is very easy to take in and out just because they're not water monsters. Like the only reason you play Borolo is just FTK your opponent, and then Borolo is just more for like problematic cards on board. But like these can be easily replaced with something like if you really wanted to play like a third Marble Rock or a third Slug, you can always replace these. But at the moment, until Chaos Impact, I just put them in. I'm seeing how it goes. This did me a lot of wonders. I haven't used it at all, so I probably will swap this out for something else.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Russell, for showcasing your deck profile. Really appreciate it. So
yeah.
I can't even acquire those cards.
Yeah, no worries. Glad I could help you guys.
No, really appreciate it. I learned so much from watching you play.
Just let you know, there's better frog players than me. I'm just one of those guys who just likes playing the deck just because.
Didn't you crush someone on a feature duel before?
Yeah, but it was just it's just you know, it gave me an excuse to play the frogs again because like problem with the deck at the time was like there wasn't really a good first turn play. But now with the Marincess engine, at the worst case you can always make the link free monster, so it gives you a bit more of a explosive play going first. But yeah, overall kind of like the deck, but this format is kind of like don't know what's good, what's
it's
not.
It's still really fresh.
Yeah.
We're waiting for like a YCS or something.
Yeah, potentially.
Kick things up. But yeah, huge thank you. Any shoutouts you want to give out?
Shoutouts to Team Legacy, my group of boys that like helped me get these cards. Also Marcus and Tyler Langus for giving me showing me like some of the tricks and like the ratios of the cards. Last but not least, just everybody in the locals, like from Cravings to Metro to here, just to give me enough adequate testing so I know what to play and what not to play.
Well, we see you at Portland.
Yeah, I will be there. So if you guys see me, just I'm a pretty chill guy.
Say hi.
You know, I'll say hi. You know, I don't mind making friends and stuff. And
he likes long walks on the beach.
Long walks on the beach.
As long as there's dueling involved.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks so much, Russell.
No worries, man. Thanks.
And I'll see you. If you guys enjoyed that video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, ding the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.